Hey guys, this is Inventor Boy 16 and I'm doing another video. And this video will be a two-part video of care and maintenance of the E500 Ezip. Curry's Ezip E500. So, what I'll be going over in this video is how to maintain and take care of the moving parts of your scooter, like the motor, the wheels, and some of the nuts and bolts. So we'll get started with the front wheel. Every now and then you want to check the front wheel's bolt tension. If it's too loose, you want to tighten it. If it's too tight, you want to loosen it. And what you need to do that is you need a where is this thinking? Oh, you need a 5/8 hex wrench, or in this case, I forgot what this is called, but it's a sort of a hex wrench type thing, but it's like the one where it clicks and then it jams and then you can turn. So what you want to do is just want to check your tension, make sure it's not too tight, make sure it's not too low, which mine is properly tightened. It gives me a little bit of turning ability and a little bit of slack, which is exactly what you want. And what you want for your tires, you want the tire, its air pressure on both of them to be at 30 psi, give or take a psi, give or take one if you weigh a little bit more, or if you weigh a little bit less. But what I write it at is I believe 29 psi, because I'm not exactly the weight that this scooter's really meant to handle, which is like around 120. I'm only like 110, I believe. So I'm not really quite that heavy. So I have it a little bit lower PSI to provide a little bit less likelihood of these tires popping. So, but what you want to do for the front wheels, you want to check your PSI every now and then, which mine is as solid because I checked it last month. The air pressure stays good in the tires. Particularly it's the back one you'll be having to check every now and then, because the back one loses more of the power, seeing it's the one the motor's running, and seeing it's the one that's using the most power. So what you want to do every now and then is you want to check your bearings. So what I do is I pick up the scooter. Put you guys down for a sec. I pick it up and I test the amount of how loose the bearings are, which this bearing right now is not very tight. I mean, not very loose. So what you want to do is, if the bearing is either really loose or really dirty, like in this case mine was really dirty and it is still a bit dirty, what you want to do is you want to spray it with a what you want to use is probably some sort of a grease or a oil of some sort, like WD-40. I highly recommend it. It's really good. So, but what you want to do is you want to go in where the bearings are. Particularly, you want to have the scooter lifted up when you do this, but you want to spray the bearings really lightly with the... Sorry, this is kind of old. You want to spray the bearings, and you see that goo and that gunk that's coming out? That's telling me that there's dirt and stuff inside the bearings. So you want to flush it out very well when it's that dirty. But mine I flushed out earlier, so it should be good. You want to flush both ends out, because both ends have a tendency to get really filthy. So I already did this with another bit of it. You see you see how dirty it is. I already did this before, and it was really dirty. It's a lot more dirtier than that. I'll tell you that right now. But what you want to do also is, if you see any like weeds, hair, or fuzz or whatever stuck in there, you want to get those out, because eventually those will get stuck in your bearings and you won't ever be able to get them out again, or keep them out of the bearing shaft. So if you have any hair or dust, you want to get it out. And this is where you might want to get a couple of needle nose pliers to sort of grab some of the garbage that's on there. Right now it's really greasy since I've been spraying it. But there's a lot of fuzz on there that you don't want. With a lot of fuzz, it'll eventually start to jam up and seize up your wheels. So every now and then you want to grab something to sort of try to get that fuzz out, which I'm going to right now. I'm going to get see if I can't get some tweezers or some sort of a thing to try to pry or pull that gunk out of there. Excuse me. Can you scoot back a little bit? The tweezers. Oh, thanks. Okay. Sorry about that. I had to get these tweezers, which is a bit of a hassle. So we're going to go back out. It's a little bit late. It's around 6 o'clock right now, so. But what you want to do is whenever you have this gunk in there, you want to grab a pair of tweezers or something that has a grabbing ability, and you want to poke and prod at them for a little while and see if you can get the fuzz and other gunk out of there, because it will benefit your scooter in the long run. That, or you can just burn them off, which would be really easy to do, but you don't note that you don't want to get any flame near the tire because it will melt a bit of the tire or whatever. But if it's better for you, burn it or burn the hair on there or whatever, so it'll be a little bit easier. But yeah. So we'll move over to the back. What you want to do for the back is you have your rear brake here. This is the only brake you have on the scooter. It's the drum brake. And what you want to do is every now and then you want to check it. You want to check the tenseness of it. If it's not quite tight, you want to adjust it up there, or you want to adjust it down here. What you do for that is you turn this. I can't tell if you guys can see it, but you turn this little knob right here, and it'll adjust your brakes. But right now mine are at perfect tightness and looseness, so it'll work just fine. And you also want to make sure these are actually tight. You want these actually to be really nice and tight. Like you see mine, how mine's moving really well. I was trying to adjust it earlier. But you want it nice and tight. Not to the point where it's like stripped when you try to get it untightened, but to the point where it's, tight and it's holding on to the scooter's frame. Because if it's not tight, it's going to damage the vehicle while it's in use. So you want to tighten it. And you want to be careful not to slip the heads or whatever you're using. This head's actually one size too big for this nut. So you want the size below this, which is a 5. Actually, no, you want a size a little bit smaller, which is you want a 4/8 size hex nut. Hex screw thing or whatever it's called. So there you go. And you want to check the back tires air pressure. You want to make sure this is not anything too low. You don't want it anything lower than 20 psi or anything higher than 30. So, just sorry about the bumpiness. I'm just trying to scoot over. So, another thing you want to check is your chain. Every now and then your chain or motor has a tendency to loosen. If you can hear that, that's my chain jiggling around. So, yeah, so I will do this part in the next video, part 2 of 2. So I'll see you guys in that video. So don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe for this video, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Okay, see you guys later. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Bye.